I remember that day I was in class. I was seated, I think it was computer class. Like everyone after high school usually go for computer class. Not everyone, but I think most guys usually take computer classes before getting into college. So I was in class and I was seated, so I had like there was a message and I checked on my phone. It was like, oh, you've been admitted to Murang'a campus. And the first thing that came to my mind was,
where the heck is Murang'a?
hello beautiful people, if you are new here, my name is Lois Odor, and on this channel I talk about nursing, also do vlogs and a little bit about self-development. So if that is something you're interested in, make sure that you consider subscribing. So I know that we have a group that is joining college in a few weeks time, and so I thought of creating this video just to help you guys in preparation to join college, because for me the most difficult day was the first day because of anxiety. Like you don't even know what to expect. You have no idea. No one is telling you anything. Like you don't have any information about what is happening. You're just trying to guess everything for yourself. And at times I usually just think maybe someone is going through that, and I might help them by telling them my own story on what to expect when you get into college during the first few days. So the first things I'm going to talk about is about most of the things that are usually in the requirement letters. So make sure that you download your admission letters and you have copies of your documents. I remember when we got there, I think we got to Murang'a at 9 a.m. and so when I got there, I did not even have the copies for the admission letter and the copies for my documents. So I had to look for a cyber, and you know you are in a new place. So I think I went to the nearest shop just asking, like, do you know where the cyber is? No one knows where the cyber. And I walked in town, like I was just so anxious because I don't even know where I am. I'm so like I'm scared. They're waiting for you. Everyone is, oh God, like it was so terrifying. So just make sure that you are ready. Everything that you have been told to do in that admission letter that is a must to be done, make sure that you do it when you're still at home, so that you avoid some other miscellaneous things that we usually do. And then something like getting the vaccine. Getting the vaccine is a must. I think it is typhoid and hepatitis B. The vaccine is a must, but I never had the chance to get the vaccine when I was still at home because I did not know of any place where I can get the typhoid vaccine. So I just went to school without the vaccine. But then after getting there, we were told that like after admission and after the orientation, they'll bring someone in college who can give the vaccine. So that was the luck for us who did not get the vaccine. We just had to pay and it was given in college. But I know that doesn't happen in every college, and that doesn't maybe happen every year. Maybe this time round they'll decide we want to bring someone to give the vaccine. You have to like do it yourself. So if there's a possibility that you can get it at home, get it, because it's even cheaper. Like I remember people used to tell us that they got the vaccines from home for like, I think it was 1,000 or something, but in college it was 2,500. So that will save you a lot of money even if you try and do it from home. And then also just make sure that you prepare everything. You buy your uniform, you buy there's this Facebook group that I saw people asking questions and people are really giving funny answers. Something like someone was asking, are we supposed to buy exercise books or they're being given in college? No one is going to give you exercise books, but you can't buy like, I don't know, 20 or something. Just start with like 5 exercise books that you can just start writing. Who told you that the place where you are going to, there are no shops? There are still shops. If you need extra exercise books, you can buy them from there. You don't have to buy 20 pens. There are still shops. You can buy the rest from there, but just make sure that you're at least prepared. You don't look so confused. Just come with your shoes, uniform, but don't go to college while wearing your uniform. We had some students who came in wearing the uniforms and they really looked so odd. I remember one of my friends, Oko, I met him in town. He was in town when we were getting on that matatu. So he was standing like next to the matatu, and we already boarded the first matatu. So he was going to enter like the next matatu, and I saw him putting on uniform. And that day I really felt so scared. I was telling my mom, I need to put on uniform because I'm the only one who is going to go to college without uniform. You know, most of the time I never had any information. So me, I was expecting to do things the way I see other people doing. But then my mom told me, if you really have to put on your uniform, let's get to college first. Then if everyone is putting it on, then you'll have to put yours on too. But when you go there, like they were almost like the only 3 or 4 students who are putting on, the rest of us are not putting on uniforms. So yeah, you're not supposed to put it on. Like, it's not a must. If you want, you can, but you really look so odd. The other thing is preparing the extra expenses. Like, they'll tell you to pay a commitment fee. So the commitment fee is 10,000 and it is part of your fee. So it is a must. People usually say, is it a must? Yeah, it's a must. But then the good thing is that you're already starting to pay your fee, so it is part of your fee, the commitment fee. Then there are other extra expenses that come in. Like, we go there and we're told SRC, I don't know, it was 1,500. So just go with some extra expense. If you're not sure if you've paid everything, just make sure you carry extra cash or extra money in your M-Pesa, so just in case you forgot to pay other things in the bank, you can pay for those. It was SRC 1,500. It was NCK 9,400, and then we also had hostels. It was 10,000 because we were paying for the whole year. For us, hostels is usually 5,000 per semester. So prepare yourself with a certain amount of money so that expenses like these ones, you are going to pay for them, because they're not going to let you to go to class even for those, like, well, how do you call those days, orientation days. They're not going to allow you in if you haven't paid for like those extra expenses. So if you're not sure about those things, just make sure you carry like almost, it is almost like 50,000 or 20,000 for the extra things that you're going to pay there that maybe you've forgotten about. But they usually inform you about these things before, so you can just try paying before, because now you get there, now that's when you want to look for the bank, because they usually pay in specific banks. The bank, you want to look for it, you find that there are so many students. So if you are prepared, you'll be admitted early, because for you already have documents that are printed, you already paid for everything. You just give it to them and they admit you and you just relax. So now people are running, people are going to use, I don't know, there was a letter that was supposed to be signed by, I don't know, DO. People are going to do to the district what to sign those letters to pay what. They haven't photocopied, they are not vaccinated, they are not. Just get yourself prepared. This will really save you from a lot of anxiety. Like, I wish like I had prepared everything. It could have saved me a lot of stress during that first day. Another thing is, don't buy everything in that list. Like, that list is so overrated. Like, it has so many things. Don't buy everything in that list. I actually have a big video on what to buy when you get into college. Like, I just sat down and realize what are the things that was necessary for me during the 3 years in college, what were the unnecessary things. Then I created a video on what to buy when you get into college. You can check that video, you can look for that video, and then you can watch it to see what is it that you're supposed to carry, because you're not supposed to buy every book, you're not supposed to buy every other uniform. Like, there's blazer, me I bought a blazer, sweater, windbreaker, the I don't know AP what, and the 2 uniforms, 3 I don't know what. So you're not supposed to buy so many things, and it is not a must for you to buy these things at a specific shop, because they usually say Mwindi Bingo or something like that. But then you can buy these things, you can even shonesha your own uniform or something, so it's not a must for you to go and buy them there. So you can check that video. I think it might help you when you want to know what you buy when you get into college. So right now I'm going to talk about the things that I never expected when getting into college. The first thing is, I never thought that I'm going to spend a lot of money. Like, for the number of years that we've been there, we've always been complaining year in, year out, KMTZ, they're stealing our money, this is not fair, this is happening, no one is talking about it, no one is complaining. Year in, year out, we just always used to complain. Even that some things happen, let's say you go for attachments and the school bus cannot take you, so you have to pay for your own expenses. There's so many expenses that are going to come in that you never thought you're going to pay for. And so that is something that really messed some of us up, like the extra money that we spend that we never thought we were going to spend before. The other thing that I used to think is that when you go for clinicals, you're just going there to watch and learn how things are being done. Like, for me, I never knew that attachments was just for you. You're going to work. You're going to literally work the way the nurse works. Like, for me, I used to think you just go there, see the way the nurse does it, and then you just try, and then the rest of the time you can just sit down and relax. Like, most of the time we used to be the ones who work more. Like, we used to have really like some nurses, actually I don't know why some nurses usually act that way. Like, the moment they see students, they won't work until the day that the students will get out of that place. But then, you know, students will never get out of that place, because after we finish our attachment, another group comes in. So hey, there's some hospitals that I used to go to. I wish one day I can just say the nurse just decides to sit down the entire shift. You work alone, or the two of you that are there, you are the ones who will work. I remember going for a night shift, the nurse is just sleeping, and it was a maternity ward. Now you just help the mothers to give birth, and you know you are a student, anything can happen. Me, I actually see some things that I just feel like I'm not interested in this course anymore. Hey, thing, I used to think university and colleges are just places whereby you just don't study a lot, like you just go and relax. You just know the way we used to know about going to the university when we were in high school. Every lecturer used to tell us, not even lecturer, teachers, the teachers used to tell us, study here in high school, when you go to the university you are not going to study anymore. So me, that was my mindset. I knew I'm not, like after high school I knew I'm not going to study anymore. Like it was just like listening to the lecturer, and then the exams are so easy. Hey, when I got into nursing school, like I think I've studied, the rate at which I've studied in nursing school cannot even be compared with the ones in high school. So kuna kusoma. And then this is where you're going to be tempted. You're going to test your emotions. You're going to know yourself, because like kuna tuenda kufika, like lecturers, other students, nurses, doctors, like people are going to really make you angry, and this is the time where you're really going to know yourself. How do you react to anger? How do you react to working under pressure? How do you react to other people like mocking your life, to other people making, like you're going to be tempted. This is where you're going to really know yourself. And that is why you see so many people getting into nursing school and then dropping it, because they realize no, they cannot handle that pressure. So another thing that I never knew is that nursing really tempts you. It really like tests your emotion. Like it really tests you to tell you no, you cannot be a nurse. Like you just know it from nursing school. You don't have to wait until you become a nurse for you to know if you can handle the pressure. You'll know about handling the pressure even when you're still in nursing school. So I want to like congratulate all the guys who got a chance to get into KMTC, the March intake. I am wishing you all the best. Just prepare yourself mentally, prepare yourselves financially. Just be ready. I know you're going to like succeed. I know you're going to do well. Just believe in yourself. Like you don't have to get it from someone else that you can do it. Get it within you. You used to tell yourself that I've already done it. Someone did it before, so I know I've already done it. I know I'm going to succeed. Just believing in yourself is going to help you go through the entire 3 years in nursing school. I'm wishing you all the best, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.